what's going on guys? Jolts here, back with another build video, and today we're going to be going over Nova Flak. And guys, this build is so easy to use, and you can do some serious work with it. Now, in the patch that we had recently, they made Nova Shield scale with Mayhem mode. Yeah, so now they're going to be a weapon of mass destruction. From my very light testing, Nova Shield's got over a 3000% bonus in damage on Mayhem 10. Over 3000, that's a lot. So the Nova Shield that's going to benefit the best from this buff is going to be the Nova Burner. Now the Nova Burner is a shield that we never really used much in the past, but now we have a reason to actually use it. So if you want to download the save for yourself, I will link it in the description. It will be in PC format, so this save file is only going to work for PC. For console, I'm sorry there's no way to convert from PC to console at this moment for the save files. But you know, maybe in the future we'll get that option. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into the build. You might notice the inventory is actually pretty bare, and that's because there's not a whole lot you need for this build. All you need is a Nova Burner with Action Skill Start Annoying on it. This is actually the bread and butter of the build, so you want to make sure you have that. Also, if you can, try to get Nova modifiers on it, because you will get a second Nova after the first one goes off. Now, it's not required you need the Nova modifiers, because you're already going to be doing millions of damage with the first Nova, or you know, the default effect of the shield. Having the bonus Nova modifiers is only going to increase your damage by a little bit more. As for your weapons, you can actually use whatever you want. All you need though is the URAD Anoint, as you can see here, and the Splash Damage Anoint on Action Skill and Splash Damage. URAD is going to be for adding radiation damage to your Novas to, you know, take down shields, and the Splash Anoint is going to be for if you want to do raw fire damage. That's normally if you're just taking on a boss and you want to do pure fire damage on their HP. And again, you can use whatever weapons you want. I just quickly put this together, but I'm using a Light Show, a Flipper, a Convergence, we got that from DLC 4, and the Major Kong just for second wins if I need it. The weapons don't matter, but you need the right anoints. For the class mod, for mobbing, you want to use the Cosmic Stalker. Ideally, you want to get 3 points in big game to really boost up your Interplanetary Stalker. Interplanetary Stalker is going to give you 26% damage per stack, if you're 7 out of 5 on it. And that damage is going to apply to everything. Your gun damage, your melee, your Novas, whatever, everything. So with 7 out of 5 on it, you're getting 78% damage when you have 3 stacks. 78% damage on your Novas. Now for 1v1s, usually with your bossing, you want to go for the Rack Pack. Ideally, get 3 points on Pack Tactics. Pack Tactics will actually boost all your sources of damage. So if you have 6 out of 3 on it, you're going to have 42% bonus damage on your Novas. For the Grenade, you want to go for the P-Nade, and go for the Action Skill and Elements on all of them. That will allow you to add that bonus elemental damage to your Novas. For the Artifact, you need a Deathless. Since we're going to be using the URAD Anoint, you want to make sure you're low HP. Normally, I would put on a front loader and lower my HP, but obviously we're using the Nova Burner shield for this build. So the only other way to lower our HP is going to be a Deathless. And finally, Cut Purse Launchpad, you don't super need it, but that's just for regenerating ammo if I need it. Okay, that's the setup, let's go over the build. Now, a lot of these skills are really not going to matter for the build, there's only a few that we actually need. But because you can use it as a gun build, we did boost our gun damage. The only skills that matter for the build are going to be Interplanetary Stalker, Hunter's Eye, Big Game, Frenzy, Barbaric Yop, and Pack Tactics. Nothing else for the build is going to increase your Nova damage. Everything else is going to be optional, so grab what you want. All we care about is boosting Nova damage, Splash damage, and Elemental damage. Now, speaking of our Elemental damage, make sure you get the Spider-Ant Scorcher, because it's going to boost your Elemental damage for that. The only other skill I recommend is getting your Lick the Wounds. Sure, you're going to have crazy damage for the build, but you're going to be a little bit squishy. Fight for your life is going to happen often, so make sure your pet can save you. There's going to be 3 different ways you can use the build. So first is going to be using Gamma Burst. You can equip whatever augment you want, it doesn't really matter. But when you miss your Gamma Burst, yeah, it activates Action Skill Start. So if you look up into the sky and activate it, you get a Nova to go off. And you can spam it. This trick is extremely broken, and I would not be surprised if it got patched in the future. The second way is going to be Rack Attack. So put on your Rack Attack and your Flock and Load and Accelerate. And when you do Rack Attack, you're going to get your Nova, and the Novas plus the Rack Attack are going to be doing really good damage. Also, I do want to point out that your Rack Attack gets boosted from URAD Anoint, also Splash Anoints, and any source of, elemental damage. Finally, the third way is going to be activating the shield yourself. So, using the P-Nade, you can throw this at the floor, set off your Nova, and the Nova goes right off as soon as you go down, and because you one-shot the enemy, you get an automatic second wind. This method I usually use if my stuff is on cooldown for some reason, or just for the fun of it. That is another thing I want to point out. If you don't have Action Skill Start for your shield, the Grenade method is going to be great for you. It will allow you to activate the Nova effect on demand, and you get the same effect. We're on Mayhem 10, here's the modifiers I have, and let's go ahead and do our Rack Attack first. So we're holding a URAD gun. I do want to do radiation damage. So head forward. The Nova itself, 12 million damage. Also, there was a barrel there. Let's go over here. Nova, you're dead. And then Nova, you're dead. Let's do a grenade too. Yep, got that. Yeah, the grenade spam's a lot of fun too. Go over here, grenade the floor. Yeah, it's so good that the Nova goes off a split second after you go down. If it wasn't for that, you would not get a second wind. Also, if enemies break your shield, you set off the Nova. So break my shield. Do whatever you want, I don't care because you're gonna die. Yep. So in a way, you can make this like an AFK build too if you want to. One more thing I gotta mention is make sure you have Resilient. When you get out of fight for your life, you want to make sure you have a full shield. If you don't, you can't re-trigger that Nova. Now for Gamma Burst, I only really recommend this for bossing. It's complete overkill for mobbing, so let's go ahead and look at the sky, and then Nova. So basically, I'm looking at my minimap when I trigger my Nova, because I can't really see when I'm looking into the sky. So this guy, Nova, yep, he died. And it's just so silly. It's so freaking silly. They all died. This guy over here. Look at the sky. And then you guys, and goodbye. Now for Trant, we're doing a 1v1, put on the rack pack. You want to boost up your pack tactics. And watch out for barrels, make sure they're gone. There we go. So we're just going to stare into the sky, and then Nova. And the boss is dead. If they do end up fixing the fake Gamma Burst setup, you can always do rack attacks, so let's do that. Proceed forward, and get the barrel. And you can throw these. And remember, Trant resists fire damage too. And we're still doing this kind of damage to him. Your boss is dead. Alright, I haven't fought Ice Stun in a while, so let's see here. He has armor, shield, and HP. We have the URAD and White for our gun for the shield. We have action, skill, and corrosive for the armor. And then, of course, our fire damage. So let's proceed forward. Look up. Oh, he died. Oh my goodness, the poor boss. Yep, this build is broke. Anyways, I think you guys get the point now. This build is not a meme, it's just quite ridiculous. And yeah, like, for real, try it for yourself. Like I said before, if you want to download it for yourself, it's in the description in PC format. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like because that'd be awesome. And if you guys really enjoyed it, be sure to sub. You guys have a great day and I will see you all later. Peace out.